Right, let's do a little bit of an early stream today after 6 days of not doing one. Let's do a sound check. That seems good. Alright, hit him with the intro. Hey, hope you're well. Stay spell. We got another box of cards here. Welcome to Rathe, whatever. And it is, quite possibly, the best sealed box I think I have ever gotten. Which is crazy. In fact, it's so well sealed that I will have to remove the plastic. Not on screen. There we go. Now, welcome to Rathe. For those who don't know, maybe you're new to Flesh and Blood. Maybe you've never played it. Maybe you don't know anything about it. Maybe I'm somehow the first exposure that you've ever had to the series. Which would be crazy. I'm trying to be very careful here. Come on, don't rip the damn thing. There we go. Welcome to Rathe, or Rav, however you want to pronounce it. Where I knock. There we go. Nice top standard stuff. Welcome to Rathe, as the name kind of implies, is the first set. Yeah, there we go. Nice art. It's the first set of the game, Flesh and Blood. Features 4 heroes who are Reinar the Brute, Dorinthia the Warrior, Bravo the Guardian, and can't I remember the ninja's name? A ninja. Normally, for those that know, I try to put the packs. There we go. You can see I've got some of my other cards on the side there, which isn't helping at all. What the hell's the ninja's name? It starts with a K, I think. Katsu? Made in Japan. Made in Japan? What? Which part? I thought it was printed in Germany. Oh. Double-sided token, Romping Club, Dawn Blade. Good stuff. Well, these are kind of Scour the Battlescape, Razor Reflex, which is that a generic? Oh. Nimble, Scour, Hope Merchants, Spine Crush, which is awesome. For anyone who doesn't know what it's supposed to be depicting, that is either a warrior or a guardian. And that's a guardian. That's supposed to be a guardian just destroying the ninja. And the reason why is because it removes Go Again, which the ninja is a big proponent of. We hit the rares yet? Oh, that's a majestic. Pommel, Cartilage Crush, Stroke of Foresight, Awakening Bellow, Rising Knee Thrust, Stonewall Confidence, Driving Blade, Smashing Instinct. I guess as additional context. So the characters, the Guardian is kind of defensive and based around big swings. The Brute is very offensive, also based around big swings, just in a different way. Speaking of, offensive and based around Katsu, yeah, okay. Very offensive and based around big swings. And the warrior is based around hitting with the weapon multiple times, and the ninja is based around many small strikes and go again. So we've got Wounded Bull, is that a, nope, generic, Nimblism, Barraging Brawnhide, Regurgitating Slog, Breaking Scales, which is an equipment, Sigil of Solace, is that a rare? That is Overpower. Nimble Strike is the foil. I believe we only get Rainbow and Not Cold. Open the Center. Crush Confidence. Biting Blade. Primeval Bellow. Whelming? Whelming Gust Wave. Not overwhelming, just whelming. Debilitate, which is some of my favorite art in the game. Just getting his hand destroyed by the Guardian. And Driving Blade. Yeah, the Guardian's gimmick is defense and disablement. Disabling. And so... yeah, he's open very weirdly. Katsu again. And so a lot of his art is really brutal. Katsu and adult Katsu. Very good. Very good. Now I can make a deck with that. Scour. Oh, the cardstock these are printed out are very weird. Wounding Blow. Sinkabilo. Flock of the Feather Walkers. Bark Bone Strapping, which I do want to set aside. Potion of Strength, which I don't really do these anymore. Generic Instant, or generic action item, and then Disable. Like I said, the Guardian and its brutality on some of the cards. Not as noticeable there. Biting Blade, Savage Swing, Biting Blade's the foil. Savage Swing, Head Jab, Crush Confidence again, Stroke of Foresight. Another Awakening Bell, Rising Knee, Debilitate again. Just nuking his hand. Love that card. Let us open a Dorinthia. Now that I should know how these open, right? Got it figured out. Another Romping Club, that means nothing to me. Buy it for 10 cents. Or less. Regurgitating Slog, Razor Reflex, Nimblism, Demolition Crew, Breaking Scales again, Breakneck Battery is the rare, Steel Blade Supremacy is a majestic, and then a foil rare of Snatch. Driving Blade, Pack Hunt, Head Jab, Cartilage Crush, Stroke of Foresight, Awakening Bellow, Rising Knee. So, pack seating. How do they organize packs? At least in terms of rarity. Oops, that's my hand. No. Fall over and explode. So how the packs are seated is it's a bunch of commons, probably 13. Ooh, sorry, 12. 12 commons in every pack. Unless tokens count, and then I don't know the math at that point. I think tokens do count, so it was probably 11 commons and a token. And I'll stick with that number, I think. So 11 tokens and two rares, with one of the rares having a chance to be a majestic, and one foil. Well, the majestic can be... The one can be a majestic, a legendary, or a fabled, and then a foil, which can be anything. Scar for Scar, Wounding Blow. This card's really good, actually. Like, one of the best. It's used in a lot of decks. Scar for Scar, Wounding Blow, Sink Below, Nimble Strike. Nimble Strike. No, it's not. Nimbleism is what I'm thinking of. Hope Merchant's Hood. I think that's actually used a bit. And I think the seeding is... The first few are generic. Maybe. I don't know. And then the last half is... Guardian, Warrior, Brute, Ninja, Guardian, Warrior... Yeah. So the first half are generics, the second half are character specific, at least with this set. Not necessarily true for all the rest. But, oop, my stream crash? I'll wait. No, it might have just been the player. Drop the frames? None. Okay. Oh, sorry about that if you watch. If you're a video watcher. What is that? Dorinthia. Which means the other side is probably Dorinthia Adult. Or it's gonna be Reinar. Reinar. Convenient. Reinar based on randomness among other things. Scour, Wounding Blow, Unmovable, Block of the Feather, Bark Bone again, Rare. Razor Reflex is the foil, Awakening Bellow, Raising Knee, Stonewall, Driving, Open the Counter. Yep. Nothing crazy so far. So some of the expensive cards I do have. Are not a token, you cannot fall into the token pile. Cards that we can realistically see. I don't think we have any of these yet. I will double check. Or, which I might have actually... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm sure it's a different number. That's where they get you. It's bait. Spinal Crush was worth $5. Steel Blade Supremacy is worth like $1.50. The reason why it baited me is because on the list, I guess it's for the foil version or something, it's listed as $55.49. So I was like, did I just make the money back? And it's like, no, probably not. When you buy in limited edition, you typically don't get that kind of dollar bill return on investment. Harmonized Kodachi and Quicken tokens. Which, despite being something related to the ninja, also something that the brute generates for the other players, kind of goofy. Raging Onslaught. Pummel. Pummel's a decent card, I think. Nimbleism. Kind of basic ass bitch, but it's really good. Nimble Strike. Iron Rot, which is just like trash. Grudging Beatdown, which is a card I wanted and needed. What is that? What is this? It's got an S. S for specialization? What's the price on it? Yes. Let me... Moog? Oops, Moog? About $8. Super rare. About 17 cents for the normal version. Then Nimbleism. That looks very pretty. What is Nimbleism worth? Like I said, I know it's really popular. It can be really popular. Nimbleism Red is $1.65. Nimbleism Blue is 40 cents. Nimbleism Yellow is 55, so... Not worried about it. It's very pretty, though. Whelming Gust Wave. Debilitate again. Driving Blade. Smash. Open the center. Cartilage Crush. Iron Song. Response. Yeah, but I had a freak out there. I didn't know what S meant. Because they took it away after this set, I think. Young Bravo and Adult Bravo? Wasn't it the one we already got? Oop, I bumped. Nope. Young Bravo and Young Katsu. What a bait. Fuck them double-sided tokens, man. Scar for Scar, Pummel, Slogism. Nimble Strike. Hurt and Crush Strap. It actually doesn't sound like awful. Flick Flack. Which has a funny ass name. Steel Blade Shunt and Blackout Kick. Blackout Kick of Foil. Then we have Surging, Stonewall Confidence, Nature's Path, Pilgrimage, Savage Swing, Leg Tap, Buckling Blow. Why is that? Oh, it says Guardian. I thought it said generic. I was like, why is that on the end? Nope, I just can't read. 2 Dorinthias are our choices, so we'll pick Dorinthia, I guess. Ah, ooh. I don't like that. Adult Rhinar? Fine with Adult Rhinar, if you will. Wow, yep. Rhinar. Reckless Rampage. As the name implies. He's based around not RNG, but randomness. for big damage. Scour the battlescape, Razor Reflex, Logism, Demolition Crew, Snapdragon Scales, which I think are actually used. These are used. That's like a $20 card, isn't it? Flick Flack, Crippling Crush. Isn't Crippling Crush worth money? Take a look at the Snapdragons here in a minute. Razor Reflex, Biting Blade, Primeval, Whelming, Debilitate, Driving, Smash, and Open the Center. Those foil Razor Reflexes are amazing, though. Snapdragon Scalers. I'm completely wrong again. I don't know where I'm like getting these numbers from. People talking about. So where I've been, why I haven't been streaming as well. Other than the fact that I didn't have the box for a while. Or anything to open or really talk about. I've been working on all week a Minecraft server for a bigger VTuber. Or for their server, not necessarily for them. Maybe some streams involving that will come about. Regurgitating Slog, Wounding Blow, Sink Below, Nimble Strike, Helm of... Oops, shit, fuck, shit. Helm of Eisen's Peak, Staunch Response, Fluster Fist, Overpower. 3 rares again. Cartilage Crush, Iron Song Response, Primeval Bellow, Surging Strike, Stonewall, Nature's Savage. Savage is good, but not in blue. I think you need the Savage in red. No matter which of the 3 brutes you're playing. Pretty sure you need Savage Response to be in blue, or in red. Because at the cost, you need the max damage. Once again, Bravo Katsu. Doesn't seem that good. Raging Onslaught. Let me try to get my hand in here correctly. Wounded Bull, Nimbleism, Barraging Brawnhide, Iron Rot Plate, which once again, trash. Overpower, Disable, Awakening Bellow as the foil, and then stuff we've seen 9 times before, right? Savage Strike, or Savage Swing Yellow. You can include yellow, because it hits that 6. But you kind of want red, I feel. Never blue at the very least. Bravo again. Be dope, Bravo. Change. Be the change you want to see. Right? Yes. Another not worth anything, but I just love getting all the tokens in one go, which leaves us with Dorinthia. Regurgitating Slog, Razor Reflex, Nimbleism, Barraging Brawnhide, Refraction Bolters, Blackout Kick, Snatch, Bonehead Barrier as the super rare foil. I don't think that card is that good. Yeah, and then just normal stuff, and I've talked about that before. Once again, maybe you've never played. I can barely even tell that that's supposed to be foil. If you've never played Fab, Flesh and Blood, oops, hey, line her up, goddammit. Bonehead Barrier is something you can use to prevent damage, or more specifically, that you can use to prevent arcane damage, but, oh, there's no token. That's suspicious. But Because you don't really sideboard in Flesh and Blood, instead you swap out equipment. Fuck it, I want to flip this. Oh, it's a bauble. God damn bauble. Because you don't really sideboard, you instead swap out your equipment. And that's a card that's only really useful in arcane damage matchups. You don't really want to include it. Nimble Strike. Once again, Refraction Bolt. Singeing Steel Blade. Barraging Beatdown. Foil Remembrance, super rare. Yeah, you don't really want to include it. Leg Tap, Buckling Blow, Biting. Because it only really benefits you. I'll even read it off for the people in the back, so to speak. Roll a 6-sided die, prevent the next X damage, which because it just says damage, doesn't say attack damage or anything crazy. You can block arcane damage, where X is the number rolled. So in a worst case scenario, you block 1 arcane damage, and in a best case scenario, you block 6 for the cost of 1. For anything else, it's not really worth it. Because you could just take any other card, spend nothing, and have at least 3 damage blocked guaranteed. Think about it. That's what I'll leave it at, is think about it. Oh, another Kodachi. Consider it. Consider 3 guaranteed versus a chance at 6. Or chance at more than 3. That is a 50% chance, but still. Mitigating RNG is a big part of a class like Brute and card games in general. Unmovable, Barraging Bronhide, Iron Rot again, Steel Shunt, Pounding Gale. It all means nothing. What does it all mean? If you just do stuff and get away with it. Yep. It's Wrecker Romp again, isn't that just discard? Yellow on that's really good because it's 7. But instead, if you're paying attention, if it's not above 6, it's no good on Brute. Or at least you don't want it. And I think we've finished out the hero set. Oops, as I destroy the cards. Probably not. Nope, actually. We didn't. That's fine. Raging Onslaught, Wounded Bull, Slogism, Barraging Bronhide, Straps, Snatch, Sigil, Bronhide, Savage, Head Jab. Yeah, nothing. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy or worth it. Take a sip from my booby cup. Very wonderful. Not sponsored, by the way. I don't think they're called booby cups either. I don't think they'd mind that though. Double weapon again, which is whatever. There's only like 8 tokens total. I'm not losing any sleep. Raging Onslaught, Wounded Bull, Nimbleism, Flock of the Featherwalkers, Goliath Gauntlet. Not a bad item, in fact. Blessing of Deliverance, Flick Flack, Stone Wall, Confidence. I'm actually just going to set those there so I don't have to think about it. Sharpened Steel, Pack, Hunt, Leg Tap, Buckling, Biting, Wrecker, and Whelming. And like I said, this is good. 2 energy, 7 damage. Good. Worth it. It is valuable whether you play it or hold it. Or whether you play it or pitch it, sorry. Decent card. Doesn't have any extra effects or anything, but it doesn't really need them. Not to imply that discarding a card isn't an extra effect. Because that does cause, not dominate, but intimidate. I believe. Scour the Battlescape, Pummel, Sink Below, Demolition Crew, Snapdragon, Overpower, Disable again, Disable Foil in blue, which might not be bad. Open the counter, Crush Confidence, Iron Song, standard stuff. I think blue is good on Guardian. Red is good on Brute, blue is good on Guardian, yellow is good on Warrior, and blue is good on Ninja. Yeah, because that disable is still 7 damage. 7 damage is not to be taken lightly by anybody. Five resources for 7 damage, but still. Kind of par for the course, actually. Like, Brute is the exception, but you know, don't think about it. Scar for Scar, Pummel, Sink Below, Demolition, Goliath again, Barraging Beatdown Red, which is actually something I very much needed. Staunch Response, Cartilage Crush, Sharpened Steel, Pack Hunt, Leg Tap Buckling, Iron Song Wrecker, Rising Knee Thrust. None of it means anything. Hey, 1 second. Thank you for waiting. Had to do something. It took literally 5 seconds. Another weapon. I know you guys can't see it yet, but I just like to ruin it as I bump my head into the mic. Do that a lot during these. You'll notice, just because I don't have good positioning. Raging Onslaught, Wounding Blow, Sink Below, Barraging Beatdown, Iron Rot, Fluster Fist, Iron Song Determination, and that's what she wrote. That'll do it, that's all she wrote. Just combine the 2 phrases. Bark Bone, Strapping Foil. Actually a decent Brute card. Because Brute doesn't have many decent cards, but shh, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody it's the strongest Brute build is based around rolling a fucking 5 or 6 to get double damage. Oh man, hold on. They resealed this one. No. Oh, Jesus. Just couldn't get it. Harmonized. Kodachi. Or a Quicken token, because fuck you. Fuck you, Spider-Man. Scar for Scar, Wounding Bull, Unmovable, Demolition, Iron Rod, Overpower, Flick Flack. That's all she wrote. Smash, Instinct, Whelming, Gust Wave, Debilitate, Sharpen, Steel, Pack Hunt, Leg Tap, Buckling. Once again, cool stuff. Iron Song Response. And that does it. 4 left. 4 left. I think we got a bauble. Not a bauble, I'd probably shit myself. It's a bauble. Because I can't remember if super unique cards take token slots or not. In Uprising, they do. Scar for Scar, Pommel, Sink Below, Flock, Iron Rod, Blackout Kick, Snatch. Yikes. Build a good ass ninja build. Stonewall and da 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 da. Yeah, in Uprising, there's 2 token slots, and if you get a Marvel card, I think that consumes said token slot. Or something. Quicken and Seismic Surge, which I didn't even know that version 1 Guardian could make those, but hey, alright. Don't think about it. Scar for a Scar, Razor Reflex, Unmovable, Flock of Feathers, Stupid Helmet, Savage Feast, Blessing, Foil Iron Rot, Legend Studios, you treat me. For those unaware, Iron Rot, while being potentially great to learn the game with, if you're brand new, some of the worst equipment in existence. Because it just does something really basic, which is block 1 damage once. Is this her? Yeah, there she is. Finally, we did get all 4. They might be guaranteed in these sets, I don't know. I know in Uprising they aren't because they did not get Adult Icelander, but we just don't think about it. Gurgitating Slug, Wounding Blow, Slogism, Pummel, Iron Rot, Warrior's Valor, Steelblade Shunt, Wrecker's Romp, followed by another Wrecker's Romp. Both blue, mind you. One of them being foil. Rising Knee, Stonewall, Nature, stuff we've seen. Nothing new after the halfway. Yeah. Towards the end of a box, I should say. And by towards the end of a box, I mean we're on the last one. And with that, that might give us 2 adult Dorinthias, and I'm just gonna be like, no. Give us 3 Rhinar Dorinthias, though. Just advertising the classic battle box, I suppose. Beats me. Scar for a Scar, Razor Reflex, Nimblism, Nimble Strike, Iron Rod, Warrior's Valor, Staunch Response, and Snatch. So something of mention as well, and why this box is fantastic, and if you want to play Draft, why you should probably buy either this or Arcane Rising. Just to ramble the video out, I suppose. To ramble while the video's on its way out. These are very, very, very much, even more so than Uprising and Monarch and some others. These are this is a standalone set. The cards in here can draft full decks no problem, and one box can make a pretty competent 60 card constructed deck, whereas in Monarch that's not necessarily the case. One box of Monarch might not make a competent Levia deck, but one box of Welcome to Rathe can make a pretty competent Rhinar, Bravo, Katsu, etc. So, for a good box to buy, for Draft. For value, meh. There's like one chase card you might get, being, oh, what's its name? I don't remember its name. Spring Tunic, Fendel Spring Tunic. If you're lucky, you'll get a Fendel's. If you're not, you really won't get much. Unless you buy like a first edition, which I don't recommend at this point in 2022. But, Yeah, like I said, fantastic box for drafts, as you may have seen if you read some of the cards, if you go through and look up some of the cards. But anyway, I don't want to go on for too much longer. I'll wrap it up. Play Flesh and Blood, buy Flesh and Blood. It's good stuff. Excuse me. Stay well. I will see you in a spell. Maybe Dynasty is the next unboxing, and then I don't know what the next game stream is gonna be. Maybe it'll be Flesh and Blood, but the next next box is either gonna be Dynasty, or I'm gonna find a deal on Monarch boxes and buy like 5 of them. Because there was a deal and I should have cashed in on it, which was $40 for 1 box.